All right, so I put this hat on. I'm just going to be for a reason. I apologize to whoever this offends, but I really need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Not just what I'm saying, not because I'm saying it, but pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Now, listen, process. Listen, then process the information. Now, I am going to say this real quick. There is this saying: give Caesar his due where it's due. All right, so meaning when somebody do something good, awesome, you need to give them the praise they deserve. And at this point, I have to give their due to Vladimir Putin and Mr. Xi Jinping, or whatever his name is, the Chinese. I don't know what he is. All right, I don't know if he's a president or a dictator or whatever. I don't know. I'm a chancellor. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, but I have to give those two people credit where credit's due. That's it. Give Caesar credit where credit's due. See, I know it'll come back to me eventually. So I have to give them credit where their credit's due. Here where their credit's due, and I have to. That's why the hat's on my head. I got to tip my hats off to these guys. They have quite literally destroyed the United States. It's done. I don't see this coming back for another, if it ever comes back, like at all, period. I want to be wrong. Trust me, I want to be 100% wrong on this. I want the United States to thrive and thrive and thrive and thrive forever. That's the real feel. That's my real feeling. But again, you got to give credit where credit's due. Full stop. There's no walk around to this. All right, Mr. Ping and Mr. Putin, them two dudes, okay, have saw the United States' biggest two weaknesses. Listen to me. Listen to the words. Comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth. They have saw two of the most biggest weakness in the United States. Actually, it's three of them, but I'm gonna stick. There's more than there's more than two of them, but I'm gonna stick to the two for right now because the two is kind of the most important ones. Because this is not just affecting the United States globally; it's affecting the United States internally as well. These two problems. All right. And them two saw it. And actually was saw it a long time ago from one of the Russian person. I heard about it. I remember I was listening to something, I was watching something or reading something, and then it popped up. All right. And it said that Russia will destroy the United States, dismantle the United States, or conquer the United States, or some mess to that effect. All right. And they will not have to fire a single bullet. Vladimir Putin accomplished that. I have to take my hat off to you, sir. Again, give Caesar credit where credit's due. All right? The man have literally conquered the United States without firing a single round at the United States. Because they saw the weaknesses, and all they have been doing for the past how many years or whatever, how long it was, has been just poking at the same weaknesses. There's two of them. They just keep poking at them, one after the other. They just keep poking at them. And now there's such a gaping hole in those weaknesses that the Chinese now have literally joined Russia in ripping those holes apart. And they just keep ripping at it and ripping at it. And they're going to keep hammering on that weaknesses until the United States realize what those two weaknesses are and totally permanently get rid of them. There's more, but these two ones are the major ones. The ones that they keep digging at. Okay? Now, weakness number one. Hate. You cannot look at the United States and don't see it. The minute you say United States, the word hate kind of just follows. And that's in the United States, outside the United States, hate follows. The United States and hate is like bosom buddies. They're intertwined like this. Is either people hate the United States, or people in the United States hate people in the United States. And that is a reason why Russia literally has obliterated the United States without ever firing a single round. That's why I had to take my hat off to Mr. Putin and all the people who have been working with him all this time to accomplish that singular goal. Exploit the hate in the Americans' hearts. And it's not even how bad it is. It's not even all the group of people. It's just they have to just get like half the majority, and then that's what they did. They got half the majority to believe this bull hockey. Whiteism! If you were thinking, yes, you were correct. Whiteism is what they used as that avenue to destroy the United States in the hate group, in that hate segment. It's really not complicated. You have to be some of the most ignorant, dumbest person on the planet to not realize what I was going to say. Whiteism. Remember, white is not a skin color. Okay? If you look at a white person, they're closer to cream than there ever will be to white. So in other words, they are dirty white. Dirty white. You're not white. You're closer to black people than you are to anything else. But for some reason, y'all think y'all better than everybody else. I don't quite get it, but it is what it is. You do you. And that is what the Russian government intelligence has been using to get y'all. If you're watching this on TikTok and you ever go on my channel, I'll show you, there's a video that shows you the blatant racism that TikTok, now the Chinese government is also using, coupled with Russian government, to rip the United States apart. I mean, it's really not complicated. This stuff is not complicated. This is like child daycare stuff. Daycare stuff. Second thing, what they have been using to tear the United States apart. And Mr. Ping, I got to take my hat off to you again, sir. Had to take it off to him. Because that man realized something that I've been screaming for years. And I knew it was going to come back. I knew it was going to come and bite the United States in the butt perfectly. And they couldn't choose a better time to do it. And you people choose the wrong person for the job. Yes. That problem, number 2, is greed. So you have hate and greed literally tearing this country completely apart from the inside. Let me say this again. Hate and greed is literally ripping this country apart from the inside. And all the Russian and Chinese have ever done was just help you all. It's so simple and ridiculous. I can't help but laugh how simple and ridiculous this is. They literally use hate and greed, 2 of the most ubiquitous things you can find anywhere and everywhere, to just rip this country completely into cinders. And yes, we get into cinders. We ain't quite, you're not seeing it yet, but we gonna get there. Promise you, we gonna get there. This 90-day tariff pause? That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. I told you, y'all choose the wrong person for the job. Because that man was never for the United States in the first place. He has been, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm pulling this up. Based on what I'm seeing, I have a solid feeling that Putin and Donald Trump are doing this. Based on what I'm seeing, they are like this. And soon as Donald Trump get everything he wants out of this country, that man's going to run away to Russia. I just, this feeling I keep getting, like, soon as he's done with this country, or he feels like he's gonna, they're gonna get him for what he's doing, that man's gonna bounce. Mr. Putin, Mr. Ping, I gotta take my hats off to you dudes. Y'all did your thing. I can't even be mad at them. Don't be mad at the messenger. Don't be mad at the messenger. I'm just showing you what's out there. If you can't see it, or you refuse to see it, because it's not like it's missing. It's not like it's hard to see. It's obvious. I mean, it's so obvious. It's mind blowing. Now, let me get back to greed. I can't stop laughing. It's so freaking hilarious and funny at the same time, and terrifying. So if I don't laugh, I'll cry, and I'd rather laugh instead of cry, because crying is not going to help me. So I'd rather just laugh instead of crying. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. All right. What they have done, Mr. Ping have done. God, this is so hilarious. What Mr. Ping have done is actually quite genius, really. Genius stuff. This man gave the United States businesses a deal they could never, ever, ever, ever refuse. They could, but because of their greed, God, this is so freaking hilarious. But because of their greed, these people jumped on that bandwagon fast as they could. Before the wagon even gets started, and people was on that damn bandwagon. Not realizing the one thing they needed to do was to not do it in the first place, because it will only lead to one outcome. But now, the only people who ever survived this United States crash is the ones who were actually smart enough not to buy anything in the United States, but buy things overseas. Those are the only billionaires or millionaires that will ever survive this nonsense. Again, I hope I'm 100% wrong. I really do. But how it looks, if you ain't making millions, God bless your deity, not even my, because your deity bless us all. May your deity protect us from what's going to come next, because it's going to be bad. If the United States don't end up falling apart, which if you pay attention, people are already talking about it. People are already talking about why the United States should keep paying federal taxes when they're not getting anything from paying federal taxes. Oh my God, I can't. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. I'm not gonna try to. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Now, these people, right, who would want to secede from the United States? The name. You people who live here, talking about your white power, still didn't get how your own country work, how it was created, how it works. This is why the United States Constitution should be taught in schools, an actual United States history, not this whitewash nonsense, because they would have learned Because even just in the name tells it all. United States. They're literally mini countries, micro countries decided to unite. And at any given time, any one of these many countries can secede from the nation, can secede from the contract, can secede from the unit. I said it before, but see, people don't, I never look the part, I don't play the part. I said it before. What's the only reason to send anything back to the States? It started with Roe v. Wade. The second they did that, I said, yep, the United States was damn near finished. If they could control that shit and prevent it from happening, yes, we would have not, to the point where we're at now, where literally we are looking at the entire union unraveling. Because that's what you're going to get. If the two biggest members of the union, which is California and I think New York, because I think those are, maybe Texas. Okay, these are like the highest grossers in the union, all right? I think so. Yeah, I think, I don't remember. The numbers are there somewhere. Somebody can look it up and correct me. But once those highest grossers of the union decide to say, you know what, we're going to do our own thing, yeah, the union's pretty much finished. So you Republicans who are hell-bent on getting these millionaires more money, you guys are just, y'all are literally trying to put yourselves out of a job. I keep saying it, y'all have to be some of the dumbest, most ignorant people on planet Earth to want to put yourself out of a job. Your job is to keep the union together, not to break it apart. But for some reason, y'all are hell-bent on breaking up the union because somebody told you to do so. Keep telling y'all, stupidity is not smarts. Your feelings do not matter when it comes to, I'm going to put it out there. We need to stop calling it politics because it's not politics. It's not a trick. It's not a tick that's leeching on your life. It's a life decision. And they really need to change the name. I'm starting, I hopefully can start a movement. Can we get the damn name changed? Stop calling it politics. Call it something along the line of life choices because it affects your entire life. Call it a life election or some shit. I don't care what y'all want to call it. But it needs to be called something else than politics. Because the name is tricking people to think it's a joke. When politics literally affects your entire life. Everything you do, the person you vote for will literally affect it. So let me try to get back on track again with the greed thing. So the Chinese government gave these people the opportunity, like I said, a deal they could never refuse because they're greedy. And that's the reason why they could never refuse it, because they're greedy. All right? And send all that job stuff to China, Mexico, or wherever the cheap labor, as they want to put it. It was never cheap. It came at a price. The price is due now. Do you see the price? Yeah. The price is every single person, even those companies, are going to go belly up because it depends so heavily on that so-called cheap labor. It was never cheap in the first place. So like I said, Mr. Ping, hat off to you, sir. You played them well because of their greed. Look what's happening to Louis Vuitton, Birkins, and all them other ones. They're going belly up. It was just a matter of time. The Chinese government just played the game. It was never a short game. It was always a long game. But y'all got greedy. Y'all got too greedy for yourselves. Because what y'all keep doing, y'all keep getting these cheap labors and keep jacking up the prices. Instead, y'all should have kept the prices low like it was supposed to be, because a cow is a cow. I don't care where the hell you get them from. Leather is leather, no matter where the hell in the planet you get it from. But y'all people got greedy. That's what happened. Y'all got too greedy for your own good. And now y'all paying the price. And y'all gonna keep paying that price. Don't know for how long, but y'all gonna keep paying that price. Because guess what happened? If the United States ever break apart, which look like it's going to, I really hope I'm wrong on this one. Look like it's gonna break apart, because if they do pass these tax laws, tax laws, and get rid of all these subsidy programs that comes with the benefits of pooling your, that comes with the benefits of socialism. Whether y'all want to believe that or not, I really need to do a whole thing about the United States Constitution. But the United States, the whole factor of the United States is built on socialism. Like I said, this country was built on socialism. So now all the benefits that they would have gotten from socialism are gone. What's the point in sticking around anymore? What's the point in sticking in a nation or in a unit, or whatever that word is I just said, a united whatever, if none of those benefits exist anymore? When you can keep all the money you'd send here, you can keep it for yourself. It's really not that complicated. So like I said in the beginning, Russia, China, literally dismantled the United States without ever firing a shot. How you like them apples? Peace.